Aloha everyone, I'm Dr. BethAnne. I am an author, an intuitive psychologist, and an empath. And I started this new thing on my YouTube station where I'm doing Self-Acceptance September, and I'm offering thoughts and perspectives for sensitive spiritual souls to support our journey and encourage our growth. We have been talking about vulnerability the last few days and how to become bigger than our vulnerabilities. And I thought I would share today, one of my gifts is angelic communication, and I thought I would share a message from Archangel Ariel today to support us in seeing ourselves as the angels see us. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to read the message. And I wanted to share, speaking of vulnerability, it was a very vulnerable thing for me to initially say, I'm an angel communicator. It's only recently that I really claimed that for myself. And the way it came about was I was recently on a show back in August, and I had kind of set like a safe topic for myself, something about soul care for empaths, something where I can be a little bit more on my psychological side and still sort of talk the empathic talk, but not fully claim my intuitive gifts. And a few days before the show started, I started really feeling pressed upon by the angels, especially Ariel, to share these words that she had just given me. And I was like, I don't know. Like, that is scary to put myself out there and to be vulnerable and to share this. But when I say pressed upon, I feel wings at my back and I feel like chills and tingles everywhere, and it wouldn't go away. And then I started having all these synchronicities and butterflies across my path and feathers flying everywhere and 444s. And I was like, okay, I'm going to step up and I'm going to do this. And I did that knowing that if I shared an angelic message, what would most likely happen is when I answered live callers, people would ask for a message from the angels for them. And I wasn't sure I was completely capable of channeling on the spot and getting an archangel message. The show went beautifully. The message was beautiful. I'm going to share the same one with you guys today. And it turns out that since I was brave enough to overcome my vulnerability and to put myself out there, and I was getting so much confirmation to do it, I was fully supported in that moment and able to answer calls and have a sense of intuitive messages and angelic messages from some of the different archangels. And it was such a gift. And it was this reminder of, don't wait to do it if you're trying to do it perfectly. Do not wait to do it if you think I need to be a complete expert at this and I need to be super established in order to be vulnerable and to put myself out there. If something is singing to your heart and you are being asked to step into a bigger version of yourself, you're ready right now. If it's really weighing on your mind, especially if there's an opportunity to do it, the universe is letting you know that you're ready right now. You're not being told to wait until you're absolutely perfect and 100% certain and 100% sure. Vulnerability also means being vulnerable in a relationship with spirit and learning to trust on deeper levels. So with that, these words are from Archangel Ariel. When I receive channeled messages, especially ones that are coming through in my own time, I always write them down because I'm going to forget them otherwise. So I write them down as they come through in the way that they're coming through to me. And this one says, look up in the areas of your life that make you want to look down. Look up to the sky and receive from the angels, from the stars, from the breeze, from the spirits who see and support you in creating prosperity, truth, and love. Look down when you need to be anchored. Look down at the earth and feel how it supports you and lifts you up. Thank the earth and all creatures and beings within it for helping lift you up. Look around with love. Be kind to all things. Open your heart to all beings and learn to see the threads of love connecting all of you. Love the trees and the air and the flowers and the plants and the animals. In so doing, you show kindness towards my dominion and kindness towards yourselves. Call on me when you need strength of heart and courage within, and I will help fill you with courage. Like lions you shall be, strong of heart, quick to love, wise of mind, and able to use your strength with knowledge and wisdom. Open your hearts, open your hearts, open your hearts, and let love flow like streams and rivers of truth. Be at peace and let yourself be cradled in grace. Call on me and be at peace. If you don't know, Ariel is in charge of nature and the environment, and she's also really good for giving us courage of heart, and a lion is often her symbol. She really does a lot of work with the heart chakra and helping us be fierce when we need to be fierce, and then really tender and loving when we need to be tender and loving. How do the angels relate to self-acceptance? When I am channeling an angel message, one of the things that's been a really consistent theme that I've seen is they are almost always telling us like how beautiful we are, how amazing we are, how wonderfully we're doing. There's so many beautiful words that come through that are affirming and that are uplifting and that are encouraging. And all the words are encouragement for our journey. They know how hard it is, and they want us to feel emboldened to be our most spiritual, brightest, biggest version of self, and to grow into that version of self, and to trust that if we trust spirit and trust our intuition and trust our hearts, that we will be supported in our unfolding process. And an unfolding process is really vulnerable. But from the angels' perspective, they see us as so beautiful, and they're constantly reminding us of our own light and how much light we hold inside of us, how much power we hold in our heart, how supported we are by the earth, that all we have to do is look up and say, help me, and ask. We are completely surrounded by support and by love. And I think that's so beautiful, because if we can see ourselves, even for like a teeny glimpse, like spirit sees us, we see how loved we are. We see how wrapped in grace we are. We see how supported we are in the journey, and that there's no judgment there. There's none of that bullshit stuff we do with ourselves where we say, I'm not good enough because of this, and I'm not good enough because of this. In the eyes of spirit, we're already enough. We're already loved. We're already worthy. We're already deserving. And I find that really amazing. So have a beautiful Sunday. I will be back tomorrow with more thoughts on Self-Acceptance September. And thank you so much for showing up for this video. If you are drawn to my work, you can find more at BethAnneKW.com. I do intuitive mentoring and spiritual guidance. And I also have a free course and all sorts of other free goodies that you can find on the website. Aloha, everyone.